Next tonight, an operation to make Southend seafront safer is working, according to Essex Police.
Operation Union started last year after business owners became concerned about large groups travelling to the city and an increase in violent crime.
It involves more patrols of the seafront and alcohol control zones. Our reporter Charlie Frost and camera operator Hayley Voller joined officers on the beat.
5 o'clock on a Friday, Acting Inspector Dave Gardiner briefs his team.
You can see the amount of sort of nitrous oxide use that's going on, lots of balloons, etc. And that is what we want to avoid.
Shortly, these officers will be patrolling the streets of Southend, knowing if they're more visible, it'll keep down crime.
Straight through the middle for us, folks, if you can.
Our first stop, Southend Central Station. Essex Police, the first force in the country to use it. Officers have set up a new mobile weapons detector in the pathway of passengers coming into the city. It's an important piece of kit, as despite a mainly peaceful summer, there was a double stabbing on the seafront in June.
We want to catch people before they get to our seaside, before they get into the city centre. We want to catch those people who are intent on causing crime and antisocial behaviour.
Doing that also means working closely with the British Transport Police.
So we've got a 76% positive stop search rate. That's way above the national average.
So what does positive mean? That means that you found something?
Yes,
there was
so whether
a reason.
that be a weapon, drugs, excess amounts of money, county line related activity, essentially.
For those travelling to Southend, one of the main attractions is the fun of the seafront. But as the bright lights of the arcade come on, officers know that's when trouble can start.
Where do I go with this then?
You can't go anywhere.
Can I just stand here and down?
No, I'm going to take these from you, I'm afraid.
These two have had their drinks confiscated. They're not causing problems, but they are in a drinking control zone, which bans people drinking alcohol in the street. When lockdown was lifted, huge numbers of day trippers made their way to Southend, which was fantastic for arcade owners like Martin, whose books took a battering during the pandemic. But not all were coming for family fun at the seaside.
We're a family entertainment centre which relies on families. The last thing they want to do is have fights, drunken people.
After traders became critical of the police response to outbreaks of violence last year, Operation Union began. Now in its second year, Martin says it's made a big difference.
All the traders, including the council and especially the police, are now working together, where we've now provided a really safe environment, which is what public want to be in.
Further down the strip, using the town talk radios, which officers and businesses have, bouncers have flagged punters with nitrous oxide canisters in their pockets. Whilst using laughing gas isn't a crime, this part of Southend is under a protection order, which lets officers fine anyone found inhaling it. So letting them finish their game, Inspector Gardiner takes the group aside, persuading them to hand them over. Success to end a quiet night. Operation Union uniting the seafront in making Southend safer. Charlie Frost, ITV News.
Kept walking too fast.